Okay, guys, it is time for the live stream to begin. Actually, wait, did I even... Alright, good. I reset everything back. Actually, let me double check that. Yeah, I'm checking my audio this time. I'm not gonna screw up the... Just like the Persona 3 Portable live stream. Honestly, I was using my Hauppauge for that, and I forgot to adjust the settings accordingly, and the problem with that was OBS was recording my mic and my Hauppauge was recording my mic. And the way I had it set up is I told OBS to capture the Hauppauge. And the Hauppauge reads the mic too. And ended up having an echo with my voice. I should have muted the I should have muted the audio on the OBS, and then unfortunately that was I didn't, and I ended up saving over my file for Persona 3 Portable, and I'm doing this as an apology. And I'm gonna give a little warning ahead of time. My internet has not been stable lately, unfortunately, and hopefully it doesn't act too badly. Honestly, I probably should have went to the settings in this game first. But, I think everything's fine now, to be honest. I think it's everything automatically set up. Anyways, let's get this started. This is a blind playthrough. This is the first time I have any experience of this game. So, let's get this started then. Oh my god, they actually have a freaking difficulty selection? Holy crap. This is a new thing for me for the Trails of the Sky. Because holy shit did the first two games need a difficulty selection. Because trying to recommend people those games, I can't really do it because of how difficult they are. Unfortunately. And... yeah, sorry, I just gotta turn this setting up a little bit so I can hear myself so I'm not yelling too loudly. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should turn that down so the mic can actually pick me up so I naturally go louder. So if I told you guys earlier, usually on my first playthroughs I go for easy, and I'm going to be a little bit of a wimp and go with easy, because this is a blind playthrough, and usually, I'm not trying to challenge myself. Usually, this is what I usually do for first playthroughs for anything that gives a difficulty selection, because I want to see the story if I'll enjoy the story. So if it's going to give me difficulty selection, I'm going to pick easy, because if anything... from Trails, the second game, god damn. Oh, it actually loads from the second game. Okay, let's do that. Oh, that's what the freaking clear data is for. I was wondering, I couldn't load that in that game, and I was wondering what the heck it was for. So it's for this. Huh. Year 1203 of the Septian calendar. Fall just over half a year since the Liberal Arcs collapse. Cruising through the night sky above Cruisin Province in eastern Erebonia. Oh, we're in Erebonia now? Huh. It was the Rhineford Company's latest display in luxury in Lusitania. Lusitania? This game's actually pretty recent. Literally just not too long ago got a translation. I wonder, are we gonna see Oliver or something here or something? He was in the last couple games. Or I'm sorry, Olivier is like he likes to call himself in the Trails of the Sky, at least. His actual name's Oliver. You do learn that in the second game, near the end of it. If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is a most auspicious day. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company... Oh, that's Kevin. That is definitely Kevin there. I recognize his hairstyle. You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, Sure, you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days' War, and one of Erebonia's most wealthy men despite being a relative newcomer. Why is it just only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Reinford Group, and now he's serving on the board of directors? His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain. Although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away from you if you make them... Should you make them an enemy of them, jeez. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easily as a pebble plunges through water. I must say, I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your futile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, the ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of arcs in the air. What is Reinford's latest model? One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 120 arcs across, and they're probably right, as far as most of the world knows. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Glorious will probably trump it. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young, practically still a boy. I wonder how often you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique. Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give anything more about myself. If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away with a mysterious stranger like this, you know. You could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable, like your room. Haha, I would be honored to, fair lady. But only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she sees watching. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. That is most definitely Kevin. This is the hair, man. It just stands out. Well, the party's in full swing now. This is my chance. This chance is as good as any. This private room's on the highest floor of the ship, and on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, so we're playing as we don't even get a status. Dang. Huh. So apparently we're on an Erebonian cruise ship. Or something. It's just Reinford's latest model. And it seems to be a mask... Ah, crap. I forget the name of those parties. You certainly know how to hold a party, Conrad. There aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to recognize a gathering like this in the sky. Oh, absolutely. Haha. If my guests are satisfied, then I have done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us. Huh. Quite the gathering we've got here. It looks like Marquise Ballad, known for his extravagant spending. And this guy's the president of that one big jeweler, Corys & Co. Hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. You know, that name sounds familiar, actually. Corys & Co. I think that's a shop in Cold Steel, now that I think about it. Strange. Felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Ah, forget it. I've got work to do. Your gut is probably right. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Time to move. Alright, we're just gonna move with the guards kind of like right there and not being suspicious at all. And there's a maid. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing we go up a floor and continue forward. Let's look at this guy. So this is a new passenger airship model I've heard so much about. Can't say I'm familiar with the sound of its engines anyway. I assume they must be a new model too. Could this man be blind? Huh? Blind? Oh, might have business there. If you look for the observation deck, you can reach through those doors over there. If you're looking for the area where the party is being held, however, you will need to head downstairs. Of course. May I help you, sir? Oh, no, sorry. Oh, I went the wrong way. Apparently. Huh. Did he mean this way? It's kind of hard to tell when the models don't exactly point. Oh, I love this. It's like freaking lounge chairs outside of this airship that's moving at probably high speeds. Or at least speed that would have force to it. But they actually explain it in Trails of the Sky that there's a barrier preventing that force from knocking you off the airship so that you can have a deck and look out above the sky. So it is actually explained. But, I don't know. It feels weird. Who are you? Sorry for calling you out here nowhere like this, but I so wanted to meet with... Oh, jeez. It's a romantic rendezvous? Am I interrupting something? Let's just leave them be. What's over? Is this a... Oh, it's a door. Huh. What about here? I've got no business this way. Better get back to work. What if I walk over here? Stop right there. The staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry though, this is gonna be your lucky day. What? What are you doing? Ugh. Ugh. Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This will be a cake. Be cake? Don't you mean a piece of cake? I sure wish every job I had was this easy. I'm thinking I just read that wrong. Talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where is he hidden it? I assume, talking about the last game, we're probably looking for a relic of some sort. How about this? There's a switch of some sort behind the desk. Press the switch. I'll leave that alone for now. That's probably not a good idea, because most cases switches behind desks are like, there's a switch of some sort underneath the face. Yeah, most cases switches behind desks mean the alarm. If there's a switch on the vase, though, I'm pretty sure it's that. Oh, would you look at that? I must bet that's not the only one. What? Alright. Wow, how many switches are there? There's a switch in a plant. Let me guess. There's another switch on the couch. All the switches were reset. Oh, you got... That one must have been a fake. Bah, should have known they wouldn't make this simple. Okay, well, I know which ones aren't. Because that didn't happen before. That's probably not the only switch I need. No crap, dude. Alright, so ignore the one on the couch. Is there any... I'm guessing the one behind the desk. Let's push this one then. Doubt that's the last one. Oh wait, what the hell? There's a corner of the rug is only worn. Stand on it? Yeah, let's stand on it. Huh. Okay. That worked, I guess. Of those 2D sprites of the wine in glasses. Then they have like 3D wine in 3D bottles and jug. Wow, seriously? Couldn't you just make all of them 3D objects? Oh, there's a panel. A password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder. Orpheus? Holy shit, that worked! Figured as much. Looks like my target this time is the one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. If the password's Orpheus, that probably means the society's involved. Because that was the password in the last game. Yeah, there it is, a relic. The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. Of course, there was an alarm. What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here? They were both fast asleep. Seemed like whoever did this used a dart or spray of some kind. You think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us? We better keep him locked inside here until the party's over. You can give a report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Judging by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. That said, there's definitely a chance he's got some form of backup and just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we'd better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. And someone's laughing. Oh, it's him. Wow. Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologize for underestimating you. I've written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts. But maybe you got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. You little. You got guts, I'll give you that. I've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're going to get out of this in one piece. You're in for such a world of pain. You wish you'd killed yourself while you had the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've only got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up. Oh wow. What the? How? Oh yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from the door, like, a lot. Yeah, it really seems like it. You're just busting down that damn door. But what just happened? No way. That door was designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon. Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but I mean, you didn't give me much of a choice. Yeah, it's Kevin. I knew it. This is a joke, right? A priest? Yep, I'm legit in everything too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to them for cheap as a limited time offer. You guys would have a lot to confess. Ugh. Don't lend an ear to him. Let's do this. Oh, is this going to be our first battle? I was hoping for more of a, what, you charge people kind of reaction? Oh well, I guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some. Yep, it's our first battle. Oh wow, they changed the font in this game. And the battle theme, I don't know if this is boss music, but the battle theme's like got a guitar to it. It just sounds awesome. Yeah, they're doing no damage whatsoever. And you can't hit me apparently too. Bye! So if you guys have no experience with the Trails in the Sky or the Legend of Hero games, the battle systems are usually played out like this. Their most recent game is similar to this, but it's more of a 3D game. More akin to, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's not tile-based, is my point. They use hitboxes instead of base everything on tiles like these three games do. Oh, I'm level 90 in this. That's kind of funny because that's the level I ended the second game. Maybe that's why I read my save file. He's a Grail Knight! I'd heard rumors about them, but damn. And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking about what kinds of rumors you've heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? You'll still live to see tomorrow. What kind of monster? Okay, I've got what I came for. Now, to get back to the party and wrap this job up. Sucks I have to go without taking the lady up on her offer, though. She was looking pretty darn fine. It was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Wow, he's a player, man. And again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? You're supposed to be a priest, dude. And you're gonna get into an affair like that, really? And of course, more goons. Oh, sweet, I got a 50 CP boost. So the thing, I didn't really explain the way the battle system works. There's three types of attacks. There's the normal attack, there's the arts. The thing about arts is it takes one turn to start casting the art, then the next turn you'll actually cast it. So there's a bit of a delay for arts. And there's also crafts. Crafts are unique to specific characters. So they're not always the same. And, I don't remember some of these crafts. Even have them in the second game. They must have added more. Either that, or I didn't level him up enough in the second game and he actually had them already. But I don't really need them for these goons. Oh, and there's another thing. If you get 100 CP, you can do a special... well, a super craft or an S craft. I don't know if it's super craft, but an S craft, which is pretty much a very powerful attack. But you really want to get the CP up to 200 before using it, because you do more damage that way. Anyways, let's defeat this guy and continue onward.
All right, what's next?
Yeah, a crap ton of experience for that. If I'm judging by the later games in Legend of Heroes, the experience is based on the difficulty, unfortunately. Oh no, there's Jaeger beasts, apparently, or steel cougars.
Take this!
Still with the strength up, you couldn't do any damage to me. I'm wondering if these battles are trying to prove a point of how powerful Kevin is, or if it's because I put it on easy mode. If it's because I put it on easy mode, I'm going to be regretting that real quickly.
Still a ways to go.
I'm gonna regret that and wish I put it on normal. Oh, they actually added Gold Sepith. I didn't notice that. Oh, he's got a new portrait too. That's the same. Well, that's a different portrait that he had from the ending credits in the second game, if I remember correctly. Really look at it. Oh no, they had that before. What am I talking about? I'm being stupid. Sorry, I kind of noticed stuff that's not really important. Oh, I was supposed to go downstairs, apparently. I love how these guys assume they know who I am. Did they, like, contact people over the radio or something? Oh, I guess it's because I'm out of costume now. But, yeah, if you guys know the end of the second game, Kevin's actually pretty damn badass. He kills Wiseman at the end. Yeah, he literally kills like the main villain of the second game. Like after the villain escapes from Estelle and Joshua and the rest of the party. I mean, he turns the fucker to dust too. It's like, holy shit.
Alright, what's next?
Sorry about like doing this, but since I'm doing this third game first, well, as a live stream series first, I'm kind of going to have to spoil it because you guys aren't going to see the, you guys are probably going to have no context of what's happening. Ah, more of them? Seriously? Alright, real quick, guys. I know this is really early on, but, I'm going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. I got some stuff to do in the background, unfortunately. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry. Didn't take that long to sort it out. Alright, let's get back to this. This is an awesome battle theme. I really like this battle theme. I don't know, there's something about guitars that I like in battle themes. I don't know, it's a soft spot for me, I guess. You know, I noticed our EP is actually pretty low. Because compared to the second game. It ended at like 500, if I remember. Probably making an excuse about orbments again. You upgraded your orbment again or some stupid shit. I hate that. Whatever. It's an issue because they introduced the orbment system, and I don't think they really thought it through when they were making sequel games. I mean, it works if you play as different characters, but not the same ones through multiple games. At least they do the level scaling in these 3 games pretty well. I can't say the same thing for Cold Steel though. Because the first game, you ended the first Cold Steel game at like level 80, but then you started the second one at level 40, and it's just like, what the hell? Where did half my levels go? Well, maybe not 80, but you ended that game at like around 60 to 70. You start the second game at like 40. But these games have been pretty consistent with the leveling, at least. So you really are an active Jaeger Corps, and a pretty famous one to boot. Still, I get stuff's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside? How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here, not as long as we suffer. Bah, should have known. Okay then. Then I'll come at you with all I've got. Actually, you know what? Since I'm gonna show off S-Art. Oh, wait, what does the S-Art do? A prayer and Crawford Grail block 1 attack. Huh. It's a support S-Craft. Damn it. Support S-Crafts are actually pretty rare. Apparently Kevin has one. Okay. Yeah, for you, those of you who only played the first and second game, from what I've read about the description of this game, Kevin is the main character in this game. From what I've read, anyways. I could be wrong. That's just from what I've read in the description. I also don't know if this is going to take place in Liberl again. We already went through there twice, so I don't know. Ew, 1 damage. Like that's gonna do anything. Dude. This is kind of a pain. I know I missed. Ugh. Do I have a multi-hit one? I have Hell's Gate. Now let's do this. Unfortunately, that guy didn't charge. That guy charged, so I was gonna block. Oh crap! That did so much damage to him. Well, I just take you out with normal attacks. I don't want to waste any more EP in case of a boss fight or something.
All right, what's next?
Oh man. Yeah, sorry guys, I gotta do a couple things there now that we're fine. Sorry, we're having frame drops and I was trying to get rid of some stuff that was using up the bandwidth. I accidentally left Twitter on and I shouldn't have done that. Purging Balm, smelling salts. Okay, status healing items. What is all this commotion? I believe there is an intruder, sir. A competent one at that. Intruder? And just what do you think I paid Gunmir to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes. Get rid of him. Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of those guys. What was that roar? That was weird. Or is that people going, oh? Who the hell are you? Wait, a priest? No! Haha, yeah, I figured with something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us. How dare you? Give it that back. That's mine. Wrong answer. This belongs to the goddess, and it needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves. Kill him. Kill him and get back my locket now! Oh wow. He gives no craps about the people around him. Nice. Yeah. Herman Conrad. In accordance with the laws of the church, in the name of Adios, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact. Don't you think you can get away? Don't you think you can get away with this? What? Is that what does that even mean? You might be with the church, but I'm a Rhineford director. If you lay hands on me, a hand on me. Oh, don't you worry. We cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how reckless you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know. Guys like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies. You've done a stellar job of that. So just accept that your luck's run out and come quietly, okay? No. No! You just couldn't make this easy for me, could ya? So much for being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak off with the whole damn thing. Stop right there. Aw, you pulled off all the stops just for little old me? I don't get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work, getting all dolled up and ready to take me down. Silence! You might have had your way before, but that's not how it's gonna end this time. Just so you know, there's an entire company on this ship. Even if you have a hostage, you can use against us. You've got nowhere to run. We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh? What? What are you talking about? If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member. What? What's up with this guy? Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go giving us any reason to slaughter you in the process. Holy shit, the church is really... Wow. Pretty brutal when it comes to relics. And you just jump out of the ship. And... Wow. Okay. Just like action movie Kevin compared to the last game. This is like completely weird. Seeing him do all this shit. Those Rawls Ritters are monsters. That was quite a splendid show. But our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. Who's that? Well, we'll find out sometime. After all, I have only just awoken. Only just awoken, huh? Oh, that's weird. What the hell does that mean? And of course the obligatory opening. Oh, that's the one movie scene from the last game. I'm going to guess we're going to be back in the barrel? I don't know. And also, that's cut off. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect from this game. So, we'll see. I don't know if Estelle and Joshua are even going to be in this game. Because in the last game, apparently they're leaving Liberl. Oh, I guess from that little shot, I guess they are gonna be in the game. Thanks for spoiling, game. I mean, wow. And of course, the society is gonna be here too. Oh man. Oh, now we're leaving. Septine Church Girls Ritter operated. Special Forces Ops, we're about number 2. Oh. I guess that's the name of the ship. Wow, this graphic looks like straight out of the second game. I'm sorry, like with a little bit of textures changed. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep at night. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come to a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. We should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport that thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming weary of us. Is something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Erteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow, or today now, I guess. Got it. And of course, something comes up. Where is it from? Arteria, apparently? It's a call from Commander Selnate. Are you kidding me? Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. Alright. Even Kevin, it sounds like you... Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago. I see, as I thought then. Good work, all around. I say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Grancel Cathedral. Grancel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Aurolier? Urole? I don't know how to say that. Aureale. I can't even say it. It's Aurole, so I can say it easier. It's a distinct possibility. You can count on you to handle this. Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship and needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to the Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberl on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't have actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Oh, wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meeting ordained by the goddess always comes sudden and unannounced. Don't worry, though. There won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I will be praying for your success. Haha, well, congratulations on the new crew. We're only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so knocked down. I can't believe this. Ugh. She never changes, I swear. If all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Cornelia? I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book like that, wow, just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, you'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm going to leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we still don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun's started coming up. Huh. I'm really curious how this story's gonna play out. Prologue, the Grolsritter. Of course. So, if you guys didn't know anything, this game is split up into chapters. Yeah, I was expecting this similar music, man. And is that Dorothy I see? I think it is. Taking pictures of birds, I guess. Is that Dorothy? Oh, I don't know. I can't really see since with the camera so pulled out. Yeah, it's Dorothy. Oh, they're going out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. Looks like they can't keep up with this ship, though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Sieg. But they were just so the cutest. Wow, look who it is. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? Really? It really is. It's good to see you again, too. Father? You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly. Of course I do. It's, I remember, it's Onion Graham. But of course, how lucky am I to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant? That's not even a name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet, you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago, I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the Eastern Quarter in Calvert. So I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Well, whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then? I do insist I never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky am I that I've been named after such a fragrant plant? That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. Oh, I see. So we're here to carry out follow-up investigation on all the trouble that happened earlier in the year. That's about the gist of it. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberal News? Yep. Niall actually let me go on my own this time too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking a position of responsibility that people can properly grow. I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine. You were supposed to go to Bowes Market? Wait a second. Niall told you to go to Bowes, not Calvert? He sure did. But then I got on the airship, fell asleep before I knew it. I was chilling out in the Calvert's Republic? That's a whole other country. Weird, huh? It sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Did you even have enough money to manage? Or Adios help us, a passport? Well, fortunately there was someone from the Berlin embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there. So I had all the dough a girl could ask for. Huh? I don't even know where to start. Now I must be world sick about you, huh? You think? You didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all the smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I don't think he can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Yeah, as much of a headache you are, Dorothy, I think it's you. Thank you all for the board journey to Gretna today. We'll be arriving at our terminal, Grinsell City, roughly 30 minutes. We ask that you take this chance to check that you have all your belongings. Of course, passport knowledge. Yay. Oh, announcements. Phew, sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna have a walk around the ship to kill some time. Some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. Not often I get to take an international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Oh, so we're gonna go do the whole Estelle thing? Where she walks around the airship and talks to people? We picked up the bad habit. I just get unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to go to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? You know, I'm not budging on this. We're going to Herb Royal Villa after Grancel Castle, and that is final. Can't believe you're actually considering just going around fishing of all things. Oh, nice. Did you hear the announcement, sir? If not... Yes, I heard the announcement. Thanks for reminding me. I'm not really good with heights. I mean, it's not phobia level or anything. I'm just not really good with them. Yeah, I can understand that. Phew, that was an amazing business discussion. I never thought I would see the day of when Mirano wouldn't have the upper hand in one, but it's just happened. The world is full of surprises. That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. So I've got an excellent information dealer working for me too. So next time we do business, it's going to be a 6-4 deal in my favor. No, scratch that. 7-3. I used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around. They're way faster than boats for one thing, and unlike Orville buses, you don't end up with a sore ass after a long journey either. What? Really? I don't think that's... whatever. Your logic, then. Of course. Ugh. And there's children. What's up here, then? Where are you? Yes, I'm finally almost in Liberl. Why did I come, you ask? Because it's the last spot the ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information on where it went after it showed up here, so if I want to try and pursue it, this is the best place for me to come. As soon as I land, I need to go talk to Lyndon to see if he knows anything. You look important for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're just a random newly drawn NPC or whatever. I'm off to see my grandchild and grandson. We haven't seen each other in 3 years now. I've been really worried with all that trouble that's been happening in Liberl. Oh yeah, especially since the phone's cut out. The cleaning staff of these ships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're the fine role model for the rest of the service industry. Oh, don't get yourself too worked up now, man. You'll just end up screwing up even more like usual. Wow, seriously, what a pep talk. Okay, first things first, start the Zace Central Factory in Zace. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than there. Oh, we're talking about Zace. I guess we're going through Liberl for a third time. I don't know what the hell I was expecting, but whatever. I hope there's new areas, because this is going to get annoying if there isn't. It is already annoying to go through. Liberl is so small compared to Erebonia. So, there's not a lot of places to go in Liberl. And I'm talking about a gameplay perspective too, because Cold Steel, there is a lot more areas. In the Cold Steel games than the first two Trails in the Sky games. Alright, well. Alright, you keep saying stuff about your wife. I love how you have to talk to people. Just proceed. I mean, it would be more interesting if they had interesting shit to say that actually meant something, but most of the time they don't. I mean, sometimes, in the second game they kind of did. Kind of, depending on who you talk to. Honestly. Sure is making good use of those reporter privileges. How can I get out of this? I can't tell her a tough guy like me used to want to be a pastry chef. What's wrong with that, man? That guy is enthusiastic as ever, I see. He likes to say, yoo-hoo! Or for whatever reason, I have no idea why. Ymir? Is that really his name? Dude, that guy is literally named after a damn place in Erebonia. Are you kidding me? Or is it Emir? Sorry, I shouldn't be down here, but I feel like it. I think I talked to everybody. Yep, I did. Okay, cool. Yep, I don't care. I don't have anything. And, oh! Crap, I forget the name of that ship, damn it. That ship was really important in the last game. Ugh. They mentioned it a couple times. Ugh, I can't remember it. It's the Royal Family ship. And you end up using it in the second game for the last, pretty much the last 2 chapters of the second game. Last 2 or 3. It's so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberl. You wouldn't believe all the stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grand Cell now either. It's all completely back to normal. The people here sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air here, though. It is nice. Nostalgic, almost. Makes me feel a little homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff? Nah, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, like smaller than most states around the continent are. It's where the high seat of the Septian Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there. A few are actually born there. Oh, really, huh? So where are you from, then? Dorothy! That's probably Niall. Yeah, it's Niall. Oh, Niall. I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Adio's name have you been doing? I sent you to Bose. How'd you end up in Calvard? You were definitely on the westbound liner, I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right ship, I fell asleep and sleepwalked onto the wrong one. To think that all this could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. What the fuck? Wow, all of a sudden I feel like I'm walked right into a mystery now. What? Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Oh right, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought you a cake over in Calvert and had a big celebration for it too. Wow. How is it that you can remember a useless clap like that and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it now. It was made with Eastern matcha. What the heck's matcha? So it was unlike any cake I'd ever seen. The perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. Oh, look. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it. So I'll show you that later. You brought me pictures of a cake. At least bring me back a souvenir. Oh, man. They always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off of it. They're even more of a crack up now. Wait a sec. Nice to meet you again, Niall. You're looking same old, though. Maybe you're not too happy about that. What are you doing here? Please, please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on that airship by total coincidence, that's all. Oh, good. You had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, or who knows what. I'm so sorry for what you have to put up with. Pshaw, you're such a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberl? Something else happening here? Oh, just a bit of work-related business I've got to take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing's of interest is going to happen. Haha, I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you gonna be staying? Where are you staying for the time being? Jeez, I can't read. Gransell Cathedral. I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when we get the chance. When I get the chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. Hee, you betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Oh, they're such a joke. Phew, seeing them together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Is that Cassius? No. That's, oh, Sid. Yeah, Sid. I'm sorry, they kind of look alike. The sprites, anyways. They're slightly different. Then again, you don't really see Cassius too much. It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at the banquet. The same to you, sir. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. It may have been, but she's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately you'll have to make do with me. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. There's no need to be so modest. Little Bird told me that you were going to be promoted to a full colonel soon, aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such a good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him, too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. Poor Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's the Gransell Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific, although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen, like myself, can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much. It's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, we might as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Who? Let's just say someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what we're dealing with here. I wonder who this person is. Could it be the new recruit? Could it be a familiar face? Who knows? I'm going to guess the new recruit. I could be wrong, but I'm going to take a guess that it is. And this panning shot is taking forever. I've seen Gransell. Thank you very much, game. I've seen this like twice. Why are we doing this panning shot? I know where the cathedral is too, so you don't need to do it. Whatever. I guess it's to show that Grancel has recovered or something, I guess. Ah, there you are. Oh, who's that? It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look very well, huh? And you must be... I wasn't expecting you to be quite this young. How old are you? What? 22, but... That's a lot younger than I expected. Are you the Gralsritter really so short-staffed that they're handing out their most important post to kids? You can't blame me for assuming the 5th Dominion would look like more of a veteran, can you? Your surprise written all over your face. Someone in your position should have a much better poker face than that. Maybe you need to redo your training from scratch? Or are you just acting, I wonder? How do you... Professor Russell, please. He isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be a little less deliberately provocative. What? Hell no. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort to bring up. And you want me to play nice? Kindly don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be addressed in the same way as that old coot. Of course, ma'am. Wait, Russell? Then are you... I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Erica Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon. Huh? Is that Tita's mom? So, I didn't expect you to run into little Tita's mother here. It is! Wow, I wasn't expecting to run into her, too. Jeez. I heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What brought you back? What do you think? After all we went down here, there was no way of staying out of the country any longer than I had to. Though, with how remote the region we were in is, it was all over by the time word reached us. Had we found out sooner, I sure would have had let that maniac pull half the crap he did. Doesn't sound like you're too happy with the professor nowadays, huh? Talk about an understatement. That whack job actually took my little girl to the floating city with him. I get he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger. That's fair. As if that isn't bad enough, he let that red-headed scumbag near her too. That utter cretin isn't fit to be within 50 yards of my darling Tita, never mind actually getting friendly with her. So, you don't like August, huh? Don't you speak that filthy name in front of me ever again. Oh, when I finish with him, he'll wish he'd never been born. He might have survived that last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against an even more powerful unit, won't we? I get the feeling this is a matter we're better off not prying into. I thought the same, so I don't know any more about it than you do. Incidentally, the Professor Russell you're more familiar with is currently vacationing abroad. As such, she has been assisting us with this case in his place. Oh, I see. Are you two listening to me? Of course. Sorry. Well, whatever. This staircase sure is long, though. How much further do we have to go? It's almost like it's endless. Not much as far as I need. I know. Yep, there we go. So it's like it's endless until the cutscene ends. Are they gonna put dungeons beneath the churches now or something? A dead end? I hope you got a good explanation for this. I do. This isn't a dead end. But to go any further, I'm going to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts for me. Well, this certainly took a turn for the strange. This is an example of the church's famous, thaumaturgy? What the hell is that? Something like that, yes. And specifically, I would like you to undertake a form of suggestion. I'm not sure I follow. You want us to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right? That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel is obviously going to need to report what happened here to his superiors for one thing. All I want you to promise is that you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't need you to say it, I just need you to think and believe it. Weird, but alright. That's all you want us to do, so be it. I feel the same way. Should we deliberately repeat it in our minds then? You don't even need to do that. I should just come completely natural. It should just come completely natural to you. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septium? Space is gold glow, consciousness, silver glow, by your opposing natures. Reveal them the path that leads to your sacrament. Sacrament? I can't read right now. Oh, it's terrible. What? How did that door appear? Thank you both for the assistance. I can see that you were true to your word. Ah, I see. So if we just said it, but didn't really mean it, we wouldn't have been able to see anything, right? And yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine it would be uncouth for me to ask how all of it works. Yeah, I'd rather you didn't. So the burrow's out hiding more things, apparently. Anyway, come on in. Huh, primal ground. Wow, unbelievable. All these years I had no idea such a place lay hidden beneath Grandstoke Cathedral. Well, it's not exactly something we publicize. It was built in accordance with the agreements between the church and royal family. It has but one purpose, to suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check. I see. It's important to you, Gralsritter, is quite clear then. I assume there are similar ones in places other than Liberl too? Well, I won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place a primal ground. Well, there's a deep name if I ever heard one. Is the original ground the others are based on in Oteria? I'll take that as a yes. No, I'm not confirming anything. I was just talking about how much you take. I was just thinking about how much you take after the other Professor Russells. All. Ugh, I'll thank you not to associate me with him. He might trump me a little on the theoretical side of things, but when it comes to the practical side of orbital science, I could beat him in my sleep. And I was the one who designed the fundamental systems of the Capel in the Arcel, you know. Really? Nice. But I think we're getting off topic here. This is the object in question, right? That's correct. It was pulled up 3 days ago in the area where the Liber Ark sank. We believe it to be an artifact. Huh. 3 days prior, roughly at the center of Valeria Lake. So where the Aurole was destroyed. Or Liber Ark. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I wasn't technically wrong, I guess. Damn, son, going down already, huh? If this spot turns out to be a bust, we're gonna have to call it quits for today. We can only hope. Professor Russell is certain that this is the area there where we should be looking. Yep, and here she is. Here, and if she says it's here, it's here. Unfortunately, as you know, Valeria Lake's about as deep as the lake can go, depending on how small the thing is. The thing we're looking for is actually finding it could still be a real task and a half. They're likely to be small, though. The oboe reading suggests we're dealing with quite a large object, I believe. Huh. Wonder what object? I wouldn't judge its size based off of those. Ah, Professor. Hey there, kiddo. Finished getting us a new estimated location? Just about. It'd be a real swell if you knocked it off with a kiddo, though. I'm not sure it's the most appropriate way to address a married woman, much less one who's already popped out a child. Sorry, but old habits die hard, you know. Hard to make the switch when I've been calling you that since you were about knee-high. Well, I'll let you off this time. Back to work. Can you ask your subordinates to stand down for the time being, Colonel? Is this the spot, then? Are you able to calculate enough where the object is? Give or take an arge, yes. Judging by the readings, what we're trying to pull up isn't all that big either. Probably about 50 rage. Maybe even less. You serious? Thought we'd be dealing with a real monster, something the size of Antoine. It's the cat. So if it does turn out to be an artifact, this could get problematic. Unfortunately, the church isn't going to want to let us keep it. That's for sure. Ugh, I really can't stand them. No matter how hard you work to get your hands on something, the second it turns out to be an artifact, they swoop in like it's their goddess given right to have it. Ticks me off. Easy there, we don't know for sure that this is even an artifact yet. Regardless, I'll pass on the message to my subordinates right away. I'll leave the rest here to you, Gustav. You got it. Let's see what we're dealing with, yeah? So they're excavating the remains of Liber Arc, I guess. Okay, that's the spot. Come on ahead. Yes, ma'am. Begin the salvage operation. God, this sounds just fills me with dread. Does the salvage crane sound like it's in poor condition to you? Oh, that's not really what I meant. I just can't bring myself to like artifacts, you see. We can't explain how they have the power they do, but they have it. It's not something we can ignore either. As a researcher, I can barely imagine anything more frustrating. Even when we can't help but be captivated by them, we're well aware that any attempt to solve their mysteries is pointless. I see. When you put it that way, I can understand to a degree how you must feel. Half a year has passed since all the chaos came to an end, and on the surface we're back to normal. But even now, we still don't know what truly happened here, or what it signifies. Yeah, not that I was here to see it all happened, of course. The crane arm reached the bottom of the lake. I'm going to attempt to grip the object. How can you even see what you're doing? Well, my point taken. I guess. I was going to say, if they pull it up first try, that's bullshit. Haha, there we go. Yep, we've got it. Want me to pull it up? Please do. The moment of truth, huh? What is it? It looks like a... From what I saw, it kind of looked like a broken sphere. Here we go. Oh, is that a cube? What? Oh my. Oh my. Huh, I see. Still looking at it. Correct? Correct. There were orbital readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. I'm sure I don't need to spell out the significance of that, do I? No, it's plain as day why you've decided to stay and wait for me now. If an artifact has lost its power, it's exempt from the traditional agreements governing them. It doesn't need to be given to the church. That it? You already understand me so well. We can cut right to the chase then. The orbital readings disappeared just before we handed the artifact over to the cathedral, as it so happened. It's currently being looked after here, but the formal procedures to transfer ownerships have yet to be completed, making its legal owner unclear. So in your expert opinion, what should be done here? This is a tricky one. I'm assuming LeBurl wants to assert ownership of it in this scenario, alright? If anything, it's the professor here who wants to do that. I'm merely here accompanying her as a representative of the rural family. The only reason it's not lying at the bottom of the lake of Valeria Lake right now is because of the ZCF's salvage efforts. I'd say we have every right to keep it, personally. What I've heard, it's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. I don't see how it'd be any use to your research as things stand now. Are you sure you want it that badly? Oh, absolutely. We're talking about an object found at the site of where the massive flying city used to be. I might have seen it happen, but it sounds like everything we thought we knew about the world was more or less proven wrong. You know, by the truth that you people in the church have kept hidden for the past, oh, I don't know, 1,000 years? That's for the Ouroboros group. They don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work out how it's even possible. I don't know what the truth is or what's really happening here in this land, but I can't stand by feigned disinterest in knowing the answers anymore. I'm far from alone here. As long as there's the slightest chance that artifact could shed a light on all of what I want to know, I want it. I think you've made your point, Professor. It's not as though interrogating him will achieve anything. True enough. Well, you've heard what I've got to say. It's now up to you to tell us what you're going to do. Will you hand over the lump of metal, or won't you? Well, that brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil. Huh. The church woman. Huh? Who is she? No way. He crawled through the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the skies above. Insert from the book of Ezer, verse 2, Disaster Unleashed. I apologize for the delay in coming, Father Graham. My name is Race Argent. I am an esquire of the Gralsritter. I look forward to working under you. Huh? I didn't think we'd end up with more company. Wait a second. Is something the matter? So that's how they think they can get me, is it? But they can't just bribe me so easily. I'm better than that. Oh, maybe I underestimated the Gralsritter. They think they can break my will to fight by sending a girl like you my way, do they? But I'm not going to go down so easily because I've got a secret weapon of my own. Behold, the most powerful force in the universe! Huh? Isn't that... That's Tita, isn't it? How cute. Isn't she? Wow. I bet you just want to jump into that photo and squeeze her like a stuffed toy right now, don't you? I should have known a cutie patootie like you would be able to appreciate the same qualities in others. Wow. Okay then. Anyway, that's why no matter how freaking adorable you happen to be, you can't take me down because I've got a natural immunity. I beg your pardon, but I'm afraid I'm not really following. You keep saying that someone is cute, but are you referring to me? Who else would I be talking about? You got such an aura of maturity about you, yet your features still have that... What the hell? And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment it all like a little cherry on top. It's the most flattering habit I've ever seen. Ugh. If I didn't have my protective field, I'd be in real danger here. Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just saying. I might inquire as to the identities of the people with you, Father Graham. Sure. Ladies, Professor Erica Russell of ZCF, while the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Seriously, though. Father Graham? Really? Ah, so you're the people who initially discovered the artifact, then. Thank you for cooperating in our work. We will take over looking after it from here on out. That will be all. Wait what? Hold on a minute, we haven't finished deciding what to do with it yet. Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort. I'm proud to do so by making the correct judgment myself. Whether it has lost its power or not, that is no ordinary artifact. It is potentially related to one of the Septarians. I'm surprised that you even humored the option of letting an outsider take custody of it. I mean, well, you sure know how to pick a fight. Go on then. What legal basis do you have for taking it from us? The agreement from the church quite clearly says that the artifact that have lost their power are exempt from the usual rules. I can't talk. I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it. If we are following the agreements to the letter, no one is allowed to assert ownership of inactive artifacts. It belongs to neither you nor me. It is simply an abandoned object with no owner whatsoever. What? So all you got is, I don't need a reason, it's mine, and that's final? To put it bluntly, yes. Huh. Well, if that's how you want to play it, what's your take on this, Kevin Graham? Well, by all means. Me? I thought I'd been kicked out of this conversation, but, well, I can't say I don't want to take it back to Terra with us. But after all the help Libero's given us, I'd feel kind of bad snatching it from them without giving them a valid reason. Both arguments have a degree of merit, but neither is clearly more correct. I'm not quite sure how you'll solve this one. Do you know that you're smack dab in the middle of this too, right? Whoa! My thoughts exactly. What is it? Why do you both look so surprised? What do you mean, why? The two of you not hear that? Hear what? Wait oh. Huh, what the heck's happening to it? It's a cube! Is it a Rubik's Cube? It goes solve the puzzles. Wow. Oh, no way. That thing wasn't giving off any orbital readings at all anymore. Zero. Zip. Why is it suddenly active again? I believe that settles our dispute. It sure does. So the real artifact was inside, huh? I've never seen one quite like it. looks like a box of some kind. Or a cube, maybe. It's a Rubik's Cube! Yay! Let's solve the puzzle that we'll never be able to solve. Oh. I'd like to thank you two for your cooperation in recovery of this artifact. In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kevin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out. You and all who aid you have the Septian Church's deepest appreciation. That just settles it. Why the hell did it decide to activate right then and there? That was weird. That was a big-ass coincidence, too. So yeah, the lights are working now. Phew, I thought we were never gonna escape. Erica sure doesn't know when to quit. That's a kind way to putting it. I couldn't believe what I was hearing right at the end, though. Just as I thought she'd maxed out her crazy talk, the spew she goes and shouts, "Well, if you're going to take that, then I'll be taking her." I thought Annalise was a one-of-a-kind cuteness freak, but she might actually have some stiff competition. Annalise? Sorry, she's a girl I met while I was here last time. She's a bracer, about your age, I think. Oh. Race? Yes? You're not mad at me, are you? For not keeping in touch with you? Father Graham. Yes? 5 years is a long time. Just as you have changed and progressed in rank significantly during those years, so have I. The race Argent, standing before you, is the Squire of Gralsritter, not the girl you once knew. I am here to serve and protect you, nothing more. Come on, Race. Or is it Reese? It might be a Reese. I'm gonna say Reese. Fuck it. You need not concern yourself with how I feel. If you don't treat me like a subordinate, then there is little reason for me to be here serving you. With that talk out of the way, we need to board the last international liner out of Gransell, don't we? We should start making our way to the landing port. But wait a sec. Was that your... It was a figment of your imagination. Huh? You seem to be tired, Father Graham. I see no other explanation as to why you're hearing sounds that clearly don't exist in reality. I think you ought to try and have some rest when we reach the airship. As I was saying, I think you ought to try to have some rest. Don't even try to tell me that one was my imagination. Man, for a second I thought you'd changed, but you haven't. Not one bit. You're still the same perpetually hungry Reese I remember. This is just a simple psychological phenomenon. My lack of control is proof that I still have plenty of training ahead of me. I can only apologize for my own inability. Since when did not being able to turn off your stomach become something you have to apologize for? Besides, I wouldn't have you any other way. You're forever going to be the girl who was always getting caught sneaking into the kitchen and trying to stuff her face to me. I'll be going on ahead. Wait a second. You're in the way. Please move. I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to push my luck. I just got carried away in thinking of old times, that's all. You have no reason to apologize, nor do I see any point in doing so, because there are few things in the world that carry less weight than one of your Wow! Holy shit! Yeah, damn, finally biting back, huh? Well, I've got a 50-50 chance on you listening to me. Can you knock it off with the Father Graham, or even Father for that matter? For what reason? I don't know. If you're doing it because you feel like you have to, or because you want to act all distant, there's no way I can get used to it. Like, ever. It weirds me out. So, please, call me Kevin. Same as you always did. What if I refuse? Then I'll beg you until you change your mind. I'll get down on my knees if I have to. You certainly would. Well, you know what they say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I know it's been a while since, but I'm way too set in my ways now. Yeah, the one left me. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. It was nothing. So I can't very well refuse an order from my superiors, so... Oh no, you're not playing that game. It's not an order, it's a favor. Very important distinction. Blech. You're so selfish, Kevin. Huh? Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. But just so we're clear, even if I've changed my how I address you, the fact that I'm your subordinate hasn't changed in the slightest. Don't forget that. Yeah, I know. And we can talk like we used to, but there's no way to turn back the clock the way things used to be. Oh, and one more thing. We've still got some time until the last airship leaves, so how about we head over to the department store in the eastern block? We can grab you something you can eat. I like the sound of that. I propose buying all the bread they have left. Wow! I didn't know you were that hungry. Okay, so apparently we have, a glutton. Ironically. I thought you were joking when you said you were going to buy everything they had left. The girl behind the counter looked like she thought you were a freak of nature. This is just another example of Adios divine providence. What? It's better that they're bought by someone who intends to consume them than to have the poor things be thrown away. Yeah, you're a real bleeding heart, but that much? I hope you're not spending your entire salary on food. I'll have you know that you have nothing to worry about. There are a few people in this world who know how to make better use of sales and special offers than I. Well, whatever makes you happy. It's not my business how you blow your mirror at the end of the day. Still, well, I'll give you that. My getup is right up at the top of the suspicious charts. I'm pretty sure anyone would be confused if a woman in a sister's habit came wandering into their shop after dark to buy out the leftovers. Well, stop your grumbling. It's almost time for us to leave. We should make our way back to the landing port. I'm not sure how much longer my stomach can wait. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Is something... Sorry, that stomach of yours is gonna have to wait a little longer. Unforgivable. I don't know who this fiend is, but as long as I don't kill them, I can go as far as I'd like, right? I sympathize, but you might want to calm down a little. So whoever they are, they're not very good at tailing people. Quite. I doubt they have much experience. They do seem to have undergone some degree of training, however. Yeah. Oh well, sad to say, we're going to have to skip today's last airship out of here. Do you know of a good place to strike? Oh, I do. I know the perfect place. Wow, there is a lot of story. Ah, it's the warehouse. Or the dock. Ugh, where did they... Oh, it's Gilbert! Are you freaking kidding me? He's still not gone! Wow. I saw them enter this area. I'm sure of it. It was you, huh? What? How? How did you discover me? My stealth abilities are the height of perfection. You're just like I remember you. Still way too sure of yourself. Who might he be? Well, he's technically part of Ouroboros. He's about as low-ranking a member as you can get, though. Ah, I see. He does look the part. How dare you! I'll have you know I'm very much on the up. And as for you, what do you mean he does look the part? You couldn't look more like a nobody if you tried. Wow! You're the kind of person who constantly throws himself into being too big to handle and ends up sabotaging himself without anyone lifting a finger. You refuse to learn from any of your failures, too. Wow, completely read it like a book. You haven't lost your touch. I'm impressed how accurately you are able to judge his character after talking to him for, like, a second. I didn't even have to talk to him. He oozes irrelevance from his every... Wow, holy shit! If Estelle didn't put you down, she sure as hell did. Cocky, aren't you? Well, let's see how long this cockiness lasts. Bah! Wow, you're taking down real easily, too. A Templar sword? So that's what you picked, huh? Just like you chose a bowgun as your weapon, of choice I chose the Templar sword for mine. That's all there is to it. Gotcha. Impossible. But what did you just do? I don't even know how I got hit. It's a weapon used by the Gralsritter, called a Templar sword. The blade's made of a multiple piece held together by wires. They let the user extend it at will. Anyway, it's time for those lips start flapping. What's a wanted criminal like you doing here in Gransel? How much of our business do you know? Why should I have to answer your... Eek! You don't know when to give up. Start talking now. FYI, she's not in a good mood. And, you don't want to make her any more madder. It looks like I've got only one option. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I'm only here because I crash landed. I didn't even want to come here. And after I did, I happened to see you two, so I decided to follow you. I swear! Maybe I misjudged him. There might be more to him than meets the eye, in a sense. Yeah, no. That's a nice way of putting it. So go on, keep talking. You say you crash landed here. That means you're in Ouroboros. There's an Ouroboros airship somewhere near here that you came on, right? No, there isn't. I didn't crash land, but he wasn't on board of an airship. He was aboard this! Of course, it's an attack chopper. He's an archaism. Haha, not so irrelevant now, am I? Show them what you can do, G-Apache. Oh, it's an Apache. Mow them down. Dude, how many freaking attack choppers have I got sent in the second game and I still beat them? Are you serious? Ugh. Gilbert, you're just as pathetic as you were in the last game, dude. Wow, they changed... Oh, shit. This isn't good. I am frozen solid and I can't do anything. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? I was going to say that is bullshit. How was I supposed to know he had that attack? I don't remember that in the original game. Because I probably killed him fast enough. Yeah. That hurt like hell.
I'll save you.
I can't believe he literally almost killed me with that. That was... Holy crap. That's unbelievable. I guess you could say you got upgraded a little bit, Gilbert. But for the most part, you're still pretty pathetic. Oh, what's this Ascension attack do? It creates a field that inhabits cognitive abilities. It's probably a status effect or something. Let's do Dark Matter. That's what I use pretty much the entirety of the last game. Let's see if it does good here. Yeah, pretty good. And I noticed they got rid of his... they nerfed this ability, damn it.
I'll save you.
Because this used to do so much more damage. Oh, I meant used to heal so much more is what I meant to say. But it doesn't. You know what? I'm gonna just abuse arts. What does this Ascension do? You know what? Screw it. Let's waste a turn. See what it does. What's this do? Does it actually do? It does, but it doesn't do a lot, so it's not really worth it. Oh, the Apache's gone.
Still a ways to go.
Hey, listen to his voice. They changed his voice. I think. I don't know. I need to listen more closely on it, but I'm pretty sure they changed his voice. I'm talking about Kevin's voice. Curse you! Do you have any idea how much I had to go through to earn that? You really are full of surprises, aren't you? I'm impressed, Reese. You sure know how to get the best out of that thing. Not at all. I've still got a lot to learn, especially if I want to be half as good as my sister. Still, I'm no different. Kevin, Anyway. I'd wager you're out of tricks now, so... You ready to give up and come quietly? If you don't, try and cause any more trouble, I'll hand you over to the soldiers here and leave it at that. You're planning on handing me over to the Royal Army? That's your best option. If you want to take us... If you want us to take you back to the Arteria instead, that's cool by me. But if you go with that one, I can't guarantee your safety. I'll leave that one to you. Ugh. Again? Oh, what was that? This thing again? It's starting to glow so randomly. Maybe it's reacting to something. What is that thing? What are you planning on doing? Nothing to you. Don't worry. Shut up for a second. What is up with this thing? Haha, so the time to begin is finally upon us. Sorry, I didn't mean to burp. Huh? What? When did you... It's a pleasure to see you again, Kevin Graham. Wait a sec. That facial features... Those facial features look very familiar. He didn't die?! Traverser of the pathless darkness, and repenting of his transgressions with the sin of a stigma forever on his back. Huh? Who the hell are you? Kevin! Thus my lord was revived in the door of the... Come forth the offerings and the lambs, burn the ashes ever blazing flames. Is that Low? That looked like Low from the second game. Well, the first two games. What happened? Why did I... Where am I? Hey, Reese! Or is it Race? Reese? I'm gonna say Reese. Are you okay? What's going on? Kevin? Where are we? Phew. I'm glad you're okay. How are you feeling? Any pain? I feel sick. You do? My stomach's going to explode if it doesn't get any food soon. I'm starting on all the food we bought. Ugh, sure, I'd normally be just as down for food as you are, but come on. Is that really what you should be thinking about right now? There's nothing in the world more important or fundamental than eating. Really? But if we must change the subject, I remember a strange man appearing, and that cube glowing white all of a sudden. Then... Yeah, I don't remember any more than that either. But take a look around us. It looks like a library. Huh. Stone bookcases? Are we inside some kind of ruin? No, wait. What? What the hell? We're in another dimension now. Wow. Okay. The Hermit's Garden. Huh. Yeah. So much for being an easy assignment. Is it actually going to let me play now, or no? Wow, that is strange. It probably is, since it's going to be on Chapter 10. Chapter 10? Chapter 1. Huh. Ignorant cults, the kin of Vagarna, the Cosmographica. Oh, here's the Azure Fragments. Whoever manages this library must have some out-of-this-world connections to have gathered this many rare books from all over the place. Whoa, is this a copy of the Isthmian Tales? What's a banned book doing here? The guys over at the Congregation for the Sacraments will flip their lid if they saw this thing. There aren't just old and rare books either. I found one that was published this year. No way! What's it called? It's called Liberalian Cuisine, published by the Liberal News Service. This can't be real. What's that doing here mixed in with all the other stuff? You sure you aren't pulling my leg? Your guess is as good as mine. Photographs of this food in it look delicious, however. Oh, I bet they do. There's this girl named Dorothy who works for the LNS, and she's one incredible photographer. Oh yeah, don't know how I forgot, but weren't you hungry? I was, but I finished eating while you were busy looking at the books here. I did save some for you, of course. Oh, nice. How fast did you eat? Wait, you brought that poor store's entire bread supply and this is all that's left? They're perfectly baked, too. The flour was used clearly of high quality, But bread like that can't be made without excellent water either. I think I like Leopardol. Well, I can't deny the country's got some great grub to try and all, but let's get off the subject of food already. I know. There's something truly odd about this place. We should have a thorough look around. Yeah. Come to think of it. Huh? It's completely stopped glowing now. Might as well be inactive again. I doubt it was a coincidence that it started glowing just before we were sent here. It's no ordinary artifact, that's for sure. Give it to me, Kevin. I'll look after it. Huh? Why? Protecting you is my duty as your squire. As such, I can hardly stand by and let you keep something that possesses such danger on your person. I should be the one to keep it. Wait a minute, Reese. Give it to me. Look. First, we don't have any conclusive proof that this cube is the reason we ended up here. Second, despite me being the one who had it up until this point, you're here with me anyway. So unless you plan to take it off and run as far away from me as possible, who's holding it? It won't make a damn bit of difference. But still, sorry, but this time I'm actually ordering you. You won't disobey an order from your superior, would you? Alright then. But if we find out that, sure, that is really dangerous, promise me that you'll get rid of it. That's all I want you to agree to. Alright, I promise. Anyway, you up for some exploring? I don't know what's going on with this place, but it's time to try and find out. Fine by me. Wow, some actual gameplay. It felt like I was reading a damn book. Holy shit. Oh my god, it took forever. Then again, what should I expect from an RPG, man? Oh man. Ugh. What's here, though? It's kind of curious. Is that another cutscene? Yep. Huh? What's that? Oh, it looks like some sort of monument. Huh. Oh, this is foreboding. This looks like the relic of an ancient Sumerian's. Doesn't look to be like a relic of the ancient Sumerian civilization, though. I agree. As far as I can tell, it's not any kind of device, simply a stone monument. Oh, there's something written near the bottom. Huh? So there is. Let's see. The Hermit's Garden. Huh. What is it supposed to mean? I'm not sure. It could be a message or maybe even... Actually, let me look at it. Look it over some more before I say anything. Nope, can't find any hidden switches or the like anywhere. We're right. It really is just a stone monument. Shall we try destroying it and see if anything happens then? I get first hit. Wait, no. No way. Just because we've established it isn't any kind of device doesn't mean nothing bad will happen if we smash it to bits. Don't worry, I was just joking. You so weren't. Anyway, let's save extreme options like that until after we've explored all of our more reasonable ones. I say we should go and look around somewhere else. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you want to be destroying random shit for no reason. Really, game? No, a freaking loading zone when the area doesn't seem that big? It's probably because this camera pan right here. What's this object? What's this? I'm not sure. I'll take a closer look. Ooh, a lunar seal. Oh, wow. and a lot of sepith. Huh? Who dumped all this sepith on the ground? Well, whatever. Don't think anyone will complain if I take it. Don't tell me you're feeling disappointed it wasn't food. You're incredible. I didn't know you knew how to read people's minds with your thaumaturgy? Was that part of your Dominion trading? Sure wasn't. All I needed was to know who was you. I can't say words. Words escape me at this point of how much you love food and are easy to read. Well, this is nice. Looks like a relaxing table picnic dinner place. To me, at least. Looks like some kind of rest area or something. But why? What's it doing here? Well, resting is important. I'd love to sit and enjoy a relaxing lunch. Of course you would. Well, I'll give you that it might be kind of nice, although personally my first thought was that I'd love to sit and fish here if there was any fish to be fished. Really? I didn't know you still liked fishing. Sure, can't say I've gotten any better at it, but a hobby's a hobby. I was surprised at how many fish fanatics there are over in Liberl. There's a guild in Grand Cell that's really hardcore into it, and one girl I ran into would have given most pros a run for their money. Oh. Huh? Something wrong? It's nothing. Regardless, it's a shame there's no fish in it. The water here is exceptionally clear. I think this would suffice as a water source for us at least. Yeah. Alright, let's go somewhere else. And that girl she's talking about is Estelle, because all freaking heroes apparently fish in this series. Well, all heroes love to fish in this series. I think that includes the Ys games too. Because Falcom apparently loves putting fishing in their games. I haven't played an Ys game, so I would not actually know. I mean, I bought Ys 8 for the PS4, but I haven't played it yet. What's a huge tree doing here? There's no sign of any other in the surrounding area either. As big as it is, it doesn't seem to be a fruit tree, unfortunately. Figures we wouldn't get that lucky. Come to think of it, though, you were always an expert on plants and medicinal herbs and stuff, right? You don't recognize that kind of tree. What kind of tree this is? I wish I did, but no. At the very least, it isn't one that grows on the western side of the continent. Did you work something out? Maybe, maybe not. I should try looking somewhere else now. Still, even if it doesn't bear fruit, maybe it has sweet sap inside like maple trees. May I cut into the trunk and see a bit? No, no you cannot. Because there'll be ruining the wildlife here, man. It's a unique habitat that it only grows into, or only grows in. What the hell is this area? I don't know. By the way, I can fast forward, so I can do this and run fast. And no, I'm not playing on an emulator, I'm playing the PC version, which lets you do that. Oh, what's past here? I think it's the last area I didn't check yet. It's nothing. Oh, is it all? As far out as the eye can see. Space! Just where are we? Beats me. So, wherever we are, it's big. Judging by how our voices don't echo anyway. Yeah. Huh. Do I go back to here? Or do I go down here and just go back to the library? I guess. By the way, I like to fast forward, so it's just to run faster most of the time and make battles go by. So if I end up doing that in these sessions, for some reason I copied on Liberl. Yeah, we already heard that before. Huh. But yeah, if for some reason you see me fast forwarding, I just like to do. Wow, really? In the cutscene now? Just walking in and out like that. Well, we've investigated the whole area now. We didn't find anything that would give us any idea of where we are. Maybe not specifically. I think I may have an idea what kind of place this is, though. Really? It's a place both within Liberl and not at the same time. Like a separate dimension of sorts. Can you elaborate? Well, you see, during all the trouble with the Arole, Kevin explained to you about the altered spaces hidden within the tetracyclic towers extended to seal the Arole away. Wow. So you think the places were in maybe similar? I can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. There are a few cracks in my theory, however. Oh, I think I understand what you mean. The Liberlian cuisine book that we found earlier is one, right? Exactly. If we assume this is some kind of enclosed space sealed away with the Arole all those years ago, how did a book that was only published this year get in here? All the other unusual books are from after the Great Collapse, too, which means someone else has been going in and out of here within the past year. Could it be the man in black we met at the port? Maybe, maybe not. I wouldn't peg him as the kind of guy who'd want to read about Liberlian cuisine, though. That's very true. Either way, I think we could say for sure now that this situation we're in was planned out by someone. Possibly before the cube even came into our possession. You really think so? If that really is the case, what should we do now? Here's a million-mirror question. We don't have much to work with here. It's just a big open area with no way out. Oh, this again? Whoa. Ugh. That sounded like something broke. Yeah, but what? Crap! Kevin took out his battle ornament out of his pocket. You notice all the quartz in there were shattered. What? This is their freaking explanation for it? Really? That better not be a story thing where that thing fucking breaks quartz. Like, the quartz you actually use, because that will suck. Oh man. It's probably using the quartz as some sort of power source or whatever. That's my guess. Okay. And a barrier was erected right after the portal. What just happened? I don't know. I'd wager it was this cube's doing. Guess we can add altering this area to its list of quirks along with wrecking our quartz. Are you sure it's a good idea to keep it on you? Honestly, I get the feeling we'd be shit out of luck without it. At least now we've got some new stuff to investigate that could lead us into the right direction. We could go and check all the places that have changed. Alright. Oh well, at least I get that from the fucking quartz breaking. Now I can't cast arts. Wow. Thanks. Wait, did you say like the monument on here? Could understand it if it were an artifact or an ornament, but how did a lump of stone start glowing like this? It's like magic. Well, there's an apt enough description if I've ever heard one. The only thing I can add to that is that the laws of the world as we know them don't seem to apply to it. Raise... Huh? That was a voice, wasn't it? Raise the cube before the monument. Who's there? Who are you? Please. Huh. What are we gonna do? Ugh. To hell with it. Not like we got any better options. Visitors from afar. This again? This voice is different though. Welcome. In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you power. Huh? Name your currency, so that I may transact within the system that you know. Wait a sec. What do you mean by currency? We're just going to sell us things in exchange for Mira. Oh, I getcha. Understood. And I shall grant you the power in exchange for that currency. Ah? Hey, game. I had everybody... Actually, no, I didn't upgrade Graham, now that I think about it. I didn't upgrade his slot to level 3, now that I think about it. I wonder if that carries over from game to game. That's why I read... I wonder if that's what it did with my save file. Well, anyway, I'm upgrading these slots. Oh. Oh, they categorized them. They made the... Huh. I'm gonna make a fire one. Yeah, I don't want that one. Yeah, they categorized them. It wasn't like this before. They used to be like this huge-ass list. Huh. Actually, you know what? I should actually get some of these. Get Earth one too, because all my shit ended up breaking. Do I want Impede or do I want Shield or Evade? You know what? Impede's better. I'm not going to be able to do the time. I can actually get EP cut. Okay. I guess this is my... That stupid shit was my excuse from starting from 0. Ugh. That's annoying, but whatever. You still have to deal with it. What do you have? I don't have any... Yeah, they really did categorize it. Does this whole list where it says weapons, armor, and tools wasn't even a thing? It just popped up with like a list like this with everything on it. I'm kind of glad they did that because it was actually annoying trying to scroll through everything in the shops. So that's a plus. How much does this cost? Oh, it's free apparently. Huh. Release my brethren, then we shall grant you good fortune. What do you think that was about? How would I know? Bizarre as it is to say, we should be able to buy things for Mira and use Sepis to synthesize quartz here. Pretty useful if nothing else. We do still have the Sepith that was left over from our quartz from over when our cores were shattered. Perhaps we should use those to synthesize some new ones. Sounds like a plan to me. We stand on getting our own 2 feet fine, but we're gonna need recovery arts if we ever find ourselves in a jam. Already ahead of you guys. Okay. So, do I want to give... Who has the better stats for ATS? Seems like Kevin is. Okay. I'm gonna give you HP. Also give you attack. Give Reese some... I'll give her impede. Give her mine too. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give her the EP one. And give Kevin defense and EP cut. I think that should be good. Now, is there anything else I can do? What's this? There's like some kind of barrier, but beyond that, that circle on the other side feels like it's going to be... Feels like it's going to be important to us sooner or later, though. Huh. Is this game gonna be a dungeon crawler or something? Because from this beginning, it really seems like it is. I could be wrong, but why is the water glowing? The bottom of the water's glowing. It's beautiful. Welcome, visitors from afar. Again? Sounds like it came from the spring. Visitors from the afar, quench your thirst in accordance with my master's wishes. I shall grant you vitality. I'll drink it, sure. CP was restored. Whoa, seriously? When my radiance is restored, I shall grant you vitality once more. You have fought several battles, return to me. I've never had water that actually energized me like this before. How is this even possible? I don't know, but I feel full of life as well. It looks like this water here only has that effect when it's shining, though. Yeah. Well, with all the energy we've got now, I don't think there's much more we can do from here. We should check back later if we're ever feeling tired. Right. That's a funny thing I didn't explain about CP. You can't use potions. You don't usually use potions or items to bring it back up. The only way you can do that anyways is from cooking. But usually when you cook, it's only like 10 to 20 CP. Not really anything too significant unless you have Zeram powder or something of the equivalent. Or even better. Usually you build up CP by attacking. And any form of attacking. So yeah, let's just explain that a little bit. Holy Stregas! Now this is something. It really is. It's as if petals of pure light are flowing through the air around us. I welcome, dear guests. Was that... Did the tree just talk to us? In accordance with my master's wishes, I shall grant you the blessings of the earth. However, my power is not without its limits. I require compensation in exchange for its use. Oh, you're a store. You're literally a store. Okay. I don't have any money right now. My master's power returns. The variety of blessings that I offer shall increase. May the blessings of the earth be upon you. Man, if someone told me a tree just chatted them up and offered to sell them ingredients, I'd tell them had one too many drinks. Reese? Something up? That great tree took root near to a seven-colored spring, and there grinned blessings and joy. I excerpt from the book of Genesis, verse 7, the primal ground. O hallowed Aidos, thank you for the divine protection and mercy you have bestowed upon us. She's well, aren't you tickled? Just tickled pink. I'm not sure this tree has anything to do with the goddess, though. I disagree. Even the testament of the goddess say that all roads lead to food. Food is the fundamental basis of everything. That's not in any testament I've ever laid eyes on. They said, let me give you this. Huh? Why are you giving this to me? Because you are remarkably impious for a knight of the church. You should work on becoming more devout through cooking in her name. That doesn't even make sense. Besides, can't you just do the cooking yourself? Oh, you've always been better at it than me. I'm sure it's the wish of the ingredients to be used by the best chef possible. But still, please? Ugh, I'm too soft for my own good sometimes. Well, fine. But you have to help me, deal? Also, the second I catch you snacking on something while we're making it, I'm done. I know. Yeah, it is really beginning to seem like this is probably going to be a dungeon crawler of a game. So it doesn't seem like we're going to be visiting Liberl. Or treading through Liberl. At least from what this is. What I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting from this. Huh. Kind of makes me wonder how the story's gonna go, though. You don't think that could be the exit, do you? If anything, I'd say it's more like an entrance. A monument that sells us items, a tree that sells us ingredients, a spring that restores our vitality. It's like everything in here is designed to help us prepare for something dangerous. Or am I reading into it? No, I don't think you are. So what should we do? Should we try stepping on it? I don't have any better ideas at this point. Although it might be better if you stayed behind. Never mind, ma'am. We'll go together. It's not like there's any guarantee you'd be safe here, actually. Of course we will. But first, I should give you this. Reese handed Kevin McGrawswood her notebook. Huh? What are you doing with this? I was asked to give it to you by Commander Solnit. In her words, Kevin's reports lately have been far too vague for my liking. I bet he's not even taking notes while he's out on the job. Give him this, so he's got no more excuses to slack off. Bah, she figured it out, huh? Hold on, how are you close enough for her to ask you this kind of favor? She was the one who taught me how to use my Templar sword. I respect her deeply. No joke. I had no idea. I bet she kept that from me on purpose. Can't say I'm surprised. If I'd known, I sure as hell wouldn't have let Reese. Kevin? Sorry, just spacing out. Our next destination's that circle. But if you have anything else you want to do first, speak up now. There's no telling what's waiting for us after we step on it. Understood. Huh. Sounds like the next trial is about to begin. The trial that was mentioned near the end of the end of the second game. Jeez. Even though that game stated that the trials would take place on different continents. But whatever. I guess we're doing a trial here. And this game seems like it's going to be a dungeon crawler too. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that. But I guess we'll see if when we move on. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go move forward. I just want to see what's up ahead. I already saved, so I should be fine if I die. If it's a dungeon, then forget it. Check this out. Looks like there's really was an entrance of sorts. Holy shit, that is huge. It is a dungeon. We still seem to be in some bizarre enclosed space as before. Excuse me. We've got quite a long road ahead of us, don't we? We sure do. Kevin! Of course. Whoa. What monsters? How did they just appear out of nowhere? I have never seen skeletons in the Trails of Heroes game. That is really weird. Huh. And holy... Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I was gonna say, do I have Mirage? Because they're weak to Mirage. Are they weak to apparently physical attacks do good damage to them too. Oh, that one's a ranger. Damn it. Is this gonna one-hit KO it? Please do. Thank you. I didn't see the range on her weapon. Is it a 2 or is it just a 1? Oh. I hate ranged monsters. Wow, that was a lot of experience points. Huh. How can this be? I know exactly what you mean. There are a lot of monster types in our world, but that's my first time seeing any like that. This is like being in a totally different realm. And the monsters weren't even the strangest part. Tell me about it. The elements against them weren't their usual affair either. Exactly. The 3 elements of space, mirage, and time were in effect during that battle too. Not just the traditional 4 elements. Very observant, rookie. Didn't think you noticed that. Notice to that extent. This points to yet another clue that we're a long ways from home. I mean, you'll find a boatload of monsters that are weak to fire in Zemuria, but you're not going to find any that are weak to Mirage. You know how it is. Indeed, I do. Spiritually, the world in which we live is in a relative low plane of existence. To quote the Testaments, our world and the world of the goddess will forever be separate. She simply drops pebbles from above, known as miracles. Quoting word for word. Though, hey, I guess those are the basic principles. Just keep running into surprises. Space, time, and mirage? All here? It should be impossible. What about those monsters themselves? Honestly, they were less monsters and more fiends. Creatures that shouldn't even be allowed to exist in our world, and yet they somehow do without any problems here. I doubt that those are the only ones. We're going to be alright here? Hopefully they were tough, but not as tough as we can't handle them if we're together. It's not like there's anything else for us to do back in the base area. Let's keep walking and see what we find. It might be worth going back briefly to check our orbit setups, though, Seeing as we've got more elements to account for now. True. Oh, Kevin, let me give you this. Of course, the monster guide. What's this for? It's called the Monster Guide. It's to record monster weaknesses. I think it would be wise to take note for everything we come across. Although I suppose Fiend Guide would be more appropriate here. You're telling me. You sure I can't just store all this info up in the old noggin, though? I'm already putting enough stuff in the Gralsritter notebook as it is. My hands are going to be numb at this rate. You complain too much, Kevin. You're a knight. Do your job. Ugh. Yes, ma'am. No time like the present, I guess. There, happy? Oh, man. Okay, there's that. That's weird. The Gralsritter notebook looks just like the Bracer notebook. Is that a coincidence? Or not? No, it's not a coincidence. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, no, I was mixing things up, but yeah. Wow, this is the first time they introduced, a space... Oh, crap, I can't even remember. The higher elements in this game as weaknesses, because the first two games didn't... Monsters weren't weak to higher elements. They were weak to the base elements. The higher elements weren't really a thing. I mean, you had the arts to do the higher elements, but nothing was weak to them. The higher elements just did more damage than the base element arts. That was pretty much the only difference between them in the first two games. Then again, they updated the PC version of this game a lot, so that they might have added the higher element arcs into the older games. Because I heard that they changed some things with how the orbments work, and they based it off of this game apparently, and they updated it and changed it. They also changed like one specific character name. One guy used to be Zane, and now his name is Zen. So there's that. I am definitely going to need higher elements. I wasn't expecting that off the bat. Let's get some Mirage. Actually, let me check first, because I do remember... Alright, they both have Mirage. Now I just need space and time. Alright, so... I take the cast because it's cheaper. Do I want two of them, though? Oh, this is pretty cheap, I'll do that. Space. Space, well, let's put another EP cut. And give that to her. Space is probably the hardest to get, because you gotta mix and match just to get it. Like, even having a golden, or a space quartz doesn't automatically give you, space arts, unfortunately. So you have to mix and match them to get that. Oh, you know what? Let's remove that, put the EP up here so I'm not wasting a slot. You can put the cast there. And that should cover most of the arts. If I run into space, I'm kind of screwed because I don't know the exact configuration to get dark matter. Unfortunately. So, and I don't exactly have a lot of quartz right now. Just for safe measure, let's heal. Because apparently it's free here, unlike like other places where you have to pay for a friggin' inn. I'm still broke, by the way. The only way to freaking get money is to sell the Sepith, but I need the Sepith to make quartz. It was kind of a lose-lose situation here. But, anyways, I'm actually going... Before I get too far into this dungeon, I'm actually going to call it quits for this session. We're going for over 2 hours. And we finally got to a point where we're at gameplay. I am very sorry. I did not know that freaking intro was going to be so long before we actually got the actual gameplay. I apologize, but there's nothing I can do about that. Most RPGs love to do shit like that, so... In next session, we'll actually get to the first dungeon of the game. And I'm planning on doing these relatively, frequent, because I'm playing this game blind. And I actually want to play through this game. Because I played the first 2 games, and I actually really love the story of those games. I also played Cold Steel 1 and 2 as well. And I love those games too. It's just... I don't know, I really like the Legend of Heroes games. I wish I would have found the series earlier when the Trails in the Sky first came out. But, better late than never, I guess. Well, anyways, you guys have a nice manga reading, anime watching, game playing rest of your night. And I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow. Possibly. I don't know. I might be busy, or I might... Yeah, something might come up. So, anyways, I'll see you guys until then.